Hello everyone, I'm Haru and welcome back to The Last Door Season 2. I am going to be doing this one as a live stream today because we're getting into the chapters I really like and it's more fun with friends. If people join, that's fantastic, we can hang out, and if not, I don't know, maybe I'll make a copy to put up on the videos tab so they end up in the same place. Yeah, I'm just gonna make sure people see that I'm doing this, and then I will get started after giving a few moments for people to join, if they wish to. I don't know if anyone can hear my cat, but Bree is going meow, 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 because she heard me talking and she doesn't know why I'm doing that. So that's fun. Yeah, hi, Bree. You don't need to climb on top. You don't. Hi, baby. Hello. Yeah, my baby is here. Hello, my love. Great. I am... Hello. Yes, I have a cat in my lap now, which is a great way to be playing this, you know? Oh, she's so excited. She loves when I hold her and talk to, as far as she can tell, the spirits of the void. Yep, hello. Okay. I've got to add, like, some special mode to my avatar that's like cat mode, where I pop a button and you can see a little cat or something. Yeah. That would be fun, wouldn't it, Bree? You'd like that. All right. Sound off in the chat if you're around. I will give it just another 2 minutes and then I'll get actually started playing. We're trucking away through this one. I'm probably only going to do one part of it today. But maybe we'll do two. We'll see. Hello, Bree. Can you not... My little angel. My sweet little dumpling. Must we be doing this? Okay. The chat isn't getting saved, I don't think. But for the record, I don't think it's a permanent thing. I'm just checking my channel. Whispers on the chat. Okay. That's looking good. Let me see. I might have to check a walkthrough at one point in this one because there's a bit that just my brain doesn't work well with, but we will see. Options look good. Okay, girl. Mwah. She wants kisses. And she gets what she wants, you know? After this one, I'm probably going to start live streaming Fatal Frame. I'm hoping to either get through the whole series before the new Fatal Frame 2 remake is out, or... well, at least through games 1 and 2, and if I do 2 versions of 2 back-to-back, that's fine. Fatal Frame is another one of my favorite series of all times. It's so brutal, yet somehow soothing in its brutality. Is that something that makes sense? Hopefully I'll be able to figure out an actual schedule for streaming at some point, but, you know, for the time being, it continues like this. I have a work contract that'll be ending soon, and once that's done, I will have a lot more time for streaming, is the nice way to put it, you know? All right. We are a few minutes in. I think if people are still welcome to join whenever they want, of course, but it's probably enough lag time that we can go ahead. I can see the chat from where I am, so if you want to talk with me, feel free to put anything in the chat. I will see it. It should not pop up on the video itself. Yeah, let's get started, I guess. All right. Previously, it's going to put me at the end of the previous chapter, so let's go to episode 2. Previously on The Last Door. Wakefield and Kaufmann followed the only clue they had on Devitt's location, the recipient of Anthony's disturbing letter, Alexandra Dupre. Wakefield visited the East Hill Asylum to gather some information on Dupre's past. Alright, I said I'd do a summary for anyone who is joining for the live. Devitt was the character of season 1, the first 4 chapters. He had amnesia. Turns out he was part of a cult to something called the Simurg, or the Bird. And he ended up astrally projecting after using a serum due to the influence of a old school friend of his, Dupre. We are currently playing as his psychiatrist, who has tried to find where he has gone missing. The psychiatrist mentor Kaufmann knows about this secret society stuff, but hasn't really let Wakefield in on it yet. Wakefield discovered that Dupre was the leader of a secret society known as the Playwright. He learned that they practice rituals with the goal of peering through the veil, a line that separates the common world from an outer void of horrors. Whoops, I didn't mean to skip. I'm going to just go back out and start that from the beginning, because I can do whatever I want, if it'll let me. Yeah, let's just do that from the beginning, because I gave the summary a bit late, and it'll be more useful from now anyway. Will it let me? It's not, I can tell from the music. Alright, let's try that from a new game. Alright. Wakefield and Kaufmann followed the only clue they had on Devitt's location, the recipient of Anthony's disturbing letter, Alexandra Dupre. Wakefield visited the East Hill Asylum to gather some information on Dupre's past. Wakefield discovered that Dupre was the leader of a secret society known as the Playwright. He learned that they practice rituals for the goal of peering through the veil, a line that separates the common world from an outer void of horrors. One of East Hill's patients turned out to be a member of the Playwright, but she escaped the asylum. Wakefield and Kaufmann followed her to her hideout, a cabin in the mountains, when suddenly a big flock of birds appeared. I must forget nothing. Everything must be set. When the time comes, and I am visited again. I like the opening music. So, something that you should know is that Devitt, this group, this cult, secret society that Devitt was in back in his school years had a bunch of people eventually, but it started with just 4 of them. Anthony Beechworth, um, Alexandra Dupre, Devitt himself, Jeremiah Devitt, and a 4th member who we have seen only his name once written on something, which is Hugo Ashford. Dupre is basically the leader of things at this point, but Beechworth used to be. The letter that they mentioned that was disturbing and unsent is one that the psychiatrists found in Anthony's mansion after Anthony's demise. That was warning Dupre that if they went and opened the veil to go through, see through it, something else could come through, and they probably wouldn't be able to close that door. What? What just happened in here? Where is Miss Kone? We are too late. It is ashes. Chalk, a circle drawn hastily on the floor. She thought it could prevent what she knew was about to happen, but she was wrong. The windows are covered with wooden planks. It looks as if she were trying to keep someone from entering. Or something from getting out. I do not know what to make of all this. I do. Uh-oh. Are you all right, Kaufmann? Well, his name is Kaufmann. It is nothing, mein Freund. Just a bit of a cold. Now, mein Freund, I think we should talk. In light of the events that we have recently witnessed, the matter cannot be delayed any further. You must make an important decision. It is not yet too late to go back to our daily lives. If you do not want to continue, you must forget all about your patient Jeremiah Devitt. You will have to keep to yourself everything you have learned about the mystery of his disappearance and never talk about it again. But should you wish to continue this search, you will need to accept the consequences, whatever they may be. Please do not take this decision lightly. The path ahead is not without peril. You know my answer already, Kaufmann. I must know what happened to Devitt. So be it, then. As you may have already realized, this matter involving your patient transcends the limits of psychiatry as we know it. We are not dealing with the effects of trauma or the demons of the subconscious, at least not in the terms we are used to. We are dealing with something old, something dark. A sinister truth that has been buried deep for generations. This man, Alexandre Dupre, and his organization, I think they seek to uncover these secrets, and I fear they may have already. Miss Kone's fate, whatever it was, must be related somehow, but my knowledge of this area is simply not sufficient. We must pay a visit to an old friend, someone I never thought I would want to see again. The man who introduced me to the extended scientific field of the occult. My mentor, Professor Adam Wright. Is the audio balance okay? Let me know in the chat. Season 2, Episode 2, My Dearest Visitor. Welcome to Wright Manor in Vickport. I doubt he is away at this time of day. Perhaps he cannot hear us from the front. Let us try the back door. Mrs. Oakwood. She is the manor's housekeeper. Yes, who is it? Good morning, Mrs. Oakwood. Don't you remember me? Why, Dr. Kaufmann, bless my soul, it's been so long I hardly recognize you. How nice to see you again. Allow me to introduce my colleague, Dr. John Wakefield. Is the professor at home? We would like to see him. Oh, why, yes, doctor, of course. I'm quite forgetting myself. Let me take you to him. It is really good of you to come. He receives so few visitors these days on account of his condition. His condition? Oh, sir, I am right sorry. I thought you knew. The professor, he suffers from an ailment afflicting his brain. He is now entirely confined to his bed. Professor Wright, you have visitors. One of them is your old friend. Look, do you recognize him? It is Johann, Professor, your old pupil. I reckon he does remember you, Johann. It's been a long time since I've seen him so excited. I will leave you two to talk to the professor. It may be difficult to keep him on one subject for long, but oh, it does him such a world of good to speak with old friends. Should you need my assistance, I will be in the backyard. Professor? Uncle James, you're back. It is I, Professor, Johann Kaufmann. Where is father? Where has he been taken? He suffers from some kind of memory loss. Yes, I am afraid he will not tell us much in this state. If we could but stimulate his memories, maybe then he could tell us of his research, something to unravel the mystery of the playwright. Perhaps we have few other options in any case. Let us try. Why don't you explore the manor? There may be some object we can use to jog the professor's memory. Meanwhile, I will try to talk to him about the time we researched together. That could also help him remember. As always, I'm not going to read everything out loud, only the stuff that seems, like, relevant. Door to the attic. The bathroom. Also locked. I love how beautiful this place is. Like, all of the art is so gorgeous, especially, like, I mean, pixel art is beautiful, but this is really, you know, low poly, low detail pixel art, but it remains beautiful. This just looks like cow tools to me. I can go back out, but I'll go... yeah, I'll go other places first. Forbidden books. Tin soldier. This will be useful to jog his memory. My cat is doing absolutely unhinged things. Bree, get out of there! Sorry, 1 second, everyone. Bree, leave it alone. Cats, man. Cannot stop them. We're going to look at this in a second. Y'all hear that, right? The racket of many birds. So this is a puzzle that we haven't found the guide to yet. Where's that anyway? I'll take the tin soldier first. And on the other side, I'll just unlatch the door so that I can go out the front door if I want. Also, it makes it nice and bright in here. Probably also very cold given the snow outside, but whatever. Do you recognize this, Professor Wright? Sergeant Downing was sent to the front. The man that returned was not Sergeant Downing. My dearest visitor, he will know where to look. Oh, what a time we will have! Your visitor? What do you mean, Professor? He will have seen the map, and he will know the Book of Travels. The Book of Travels? Yes, he will work it out, but it must not be too easy, no. But he will find the prize, I am sure. Prize? What on earth is he talking about, Kaufmann? Something concealed, something precious in his adult state. Could he have hidden away parts of his research? He was always a proud man. He would not have easily forgotten his most groundbreaking work. A sense of its grave importance, at least, would have remained. In his confusion, perhaps he has hid it away somewhere for this dearest visitor of his to find. Why don't you explore the manor? Perhaps something will relate to these latest ramblings. Meanwhile, I will continue my endeavors to revive his memory through conversation. Let's go back to the library. There is a large volume here, quite worn. It is an illustrated version of the Travels of Marco Polo. Perhaps this is the Book of Travels that Professor Wright mentioned? There's a mark on one of the pages. So we began our journey by crossing the unforgiving desert, always facing the setting sun. At last, we arrived at the merciful sight of the great ocean. We followed the coast north in hopes of reaching our home soon. It was not to be. The king of the land we traversed had declared war on the Great Khan, so we were forced to return as we had come. We never set foot in that bloody land again. We knew there was a port just a few miles to the south where we could find a boat. Our sea voyage was short as our sails billowed with the powerful southern winds. We reached the most eastern cape and landed there. Our backs to the sea, we marched forth and soon reached home. So that's a set of instructions for this. Which you would think we would have in our inventory and wouldn't just have to review again, but... Oh, wait, it is here. I think I may have missed one, because we began it by crossing the desert, always facing the setting sun, until we arrived at the edge of the ocean and then followed it north. So I'm going to do those first. 1, 2, 3. It was not to be. The land we traversed had declared war, so we were forced to return as we had come. We never set foot in that land again. There's a port a few miles to the south where we could find a boat, so we're going to the port. It's short. We easternmost cape and landed there. Or back to the sea, we marched forth and soon returned home. Okay, so we have to go. There we go. It seems I've triggered a hidden mechanism. A small compartment has opened in the globe. There's a sealed letter inside. It's simply addressed to my dearest visitor. Kaufmann needs to see this before it's opened. Time to run back upstairs. Kaufmann, look, I found an envelope. It was hidden inside a globe that a strange mechanism opened. To my dearest visitor, let us see what is inside. Did it skip something? It looks like... Anyways, exactly, this is part of another intricate riddle, but to what purpose? To conceal something, perhaps, or just the last acts of a confused and drowning mind? I am increasingly of the opinion that this is some mental construct, some riddle conjured up by the professor's failing mind. He may not have even understood what he hid. Those seeking wisdom must first know their own foolishness. Reflect on yourself in the heat of passion to reveal what the cold eye of logic sees not. A riddle, and who would that visitor be? That is unknown to me, mein friend. There is only one way to answer that question. If we can find the answer to the professor's riddle, perhaps we will be able to solve the mystery. Alright, new riddle. We need to go heat up... You know those pipes that we kept looking at? We need to go heat up some water. Where's the kitchen in here? So that we can then go look at ourselves in the heat. May I ask you something, Mrs. Oakwood? Of course, Doctor. How did the professor become afflicted? The ailment runs in his family. Mr. Wright suffers from it as did his father and grandmother before him. It truly is a terrible thing, and to think all these years Mr. Wright knew what would become of him. May God have pity on his poor soul. What the ailment that runs in his family? Do you know what its symptoms are? Well, I can't speak those very long words physicians use, but I can tell you what I see in him. Professor Wright hardly remembers a thing from the last 40 years. It's like he's a child again. With God's mercy, it has now gone so far that it torments him no longer. Do you know, is the professor fond of puzzles or riddles? Indeed, yes. He has long been an enthusiast of every mind game you can imagine. In better days, he would host parties every other month. Themed soirees, he called them. Oh, those were the good times. It seems long ago now. Now that she's back in, there are some additional things added. We are boiling water, and then we have a very limited amount of time to run upstairs with the hot water before it's no longer hot. It does that. Reflect on yourself in the heat of passion, to reveal knowledge that the cold eye of logic sees not. Condensation from this teapot steam has revealed a hidden message. I'll add this clue to the letter. Knowing yourself, you may look upon your master, meet his imposing gaze, and seek to understand what lies beneath. Thereby learn the question, if not the final answer. So let's go outside. I know where to go because I've played this game multiple times. A fierce lion damaged by the harsh weather of the coast. Oh wait, is it not here? I thought it was in the lion. Now I feel silly having said that so confidently. Is it maybe the picture? Yeah. There's a small key taped to the back of the picture frame and a note. I'll add this clue to the letter. The question is the world from the peak of man's tallest tower. The answer yearns up to it from the root of life and time itself. Let's see if this key goes to the attic. I'm in a normal house in a normal place. 100%. This is actually just a guy's house. It is totally normal, and the fact that he set the whole thing up like an escape room is also normal. Welcome to the attic. So these little things, these round mechanisms, are all over the place. We don't have the information to adjust them yet, I don't believe. An unusual electrical device. There's a piece missing. Right here. Told us to look, so let's look. The sage has removed his mask. Clergyman hiding his face behind a mask. Queen has removed the mask. So peasant mask, clergy mask, and the other two are mask off. Now, the annoying thing is, yes, we have to see if there's something hidden near the tree. So let's go near the tree. Now, those things are tied to this. I think it's wings open or closed is what determines it. I just can't remember if they have to wear the masks on or off. Yeah, so this one has now covered their face. I don't remember whether it has to be mask on or mask off, so we're just going to go downstairs and hope that it's mask on, because we have to go to the tree anyway. Also, hi, Mede. Yeah. Tree. Is it down here? Yeah. Nope, it's not down there. We don't need to leave the whole place. There's another of these devices here. Let's see if it's on or off. It's door open or door closed, I guess? So we've got this frozen statue. Not statue, a fountain. The big tree. What is beneath the roots? Another note and a key. It is a truth our ancestors knew and with stone silence came to unknow. The key goes to the bird room. Let's see what's going on in here. Okay, so I think I got everything mask on, which means they actually have to be mask off. Okay. Yes, when they remove the mask. All right, let's go take everything's mask off and go to the bird room. just trying to walk. I love with the bird room that you can hear the birds before you can actually get in there. There's a small compartment. Inside this, another note. That only by entering the gnashing jaws of primal horror, that's the lion. Also, there's going to be a puzzle with all of these birds. That's we can't do yet, I don't believe. Might be able to. I think we need to find a book about birds before we can do the bird puzzle. Normal. That is a thing that just exists and was locked. A lever! That goes to the attic box. Oh, no, never mind. That's not a detachable lever. It has triggered a mechanism inside the manor. There is also a note in here. Will you at last know truth? Could this be the last part? Let's find out. I guess... I guess let's see if I can do the bird thing. I don't think that there's the bird puzzle yet. No, I already looked at this. Please don't make me read it again. I didn't see anything else in with the birds. Let's go up to the attic. Oh, there's a secret passage. Okay, that's what opened. I'm gonna go adjust the mask first. We want wings open, mask off. So we have 2 more that have to take their masks off. Secret room. I should bring Kaufmann here at once. At least they don't make me go back and physically get him. Experiments 1885. Let us see. Have a look at this. Be careful, there is a small key inside the folder. 1st August 1885 results at last. After many months of tedious observation, something has finally come from the other side. Normal! Normal! I heard the sounds of footsteps exploring the proximity of the stone archway. This would seem to verify my hypothesis. Absolute horror is the key that we seek. 20th September 1885. Now that they have proven themselves useful, I have installed 2 new devices in the outer tunnels. I dare not go deeper. I have not heard it again, but I know the thing must be still down there in the dark. 12th November 1885. Containment in the underground tunnel has been breached. Gone. 15th December 1885. I have no choice but to cancel the experiment. It can no longer be controlled. There is but one thing left to do. I will seal the tunnel and hope that the abomination remains forever entombed within. What is this supposed to be? 1 second. Yeah. It seems to be a log that the professor kept during one of his experiments almost 7 years ago. It is noteworthy that one of the entries has been redacted. But what is written in there, it cannot be true. It must be some kind of hallucination. A sign of Professor Wright's illness, maybe. Perhaps, so we should not jump to conclusions. We can conclude that the professor had another working place underground. Perhaps that key opens the basement doors. There should be a route through to this underground tunnel. Meanwhile, I will keep looking through these documents. There must be something more than that folder amongst this mess. So I have a key to the basement. A set of framed silhouettes. Under each is an inscribed plaque. Mr. Strockman was a well-positioned man. He fell madly in love with the younger daughter, and so he proposed to her. Young Agnes fancied the idea of marrying an older man, but she always hid her feelings from her mother. Miss Bartley never took her eyes off her daughter and watched them at all times. Mr. Bartley tried to show his support for their daughter, but his wife never paid any attention to him. I'm pretty sure this puzzle also was in a Resident Evil game. Don't quote me on that. Maybe a Silent Hill game. Yeah, I think a Silent Hill game had the same one. Just different phrasing, different design, like in terms of what the actual puzzle was, but like same actual puzzle concept. Inside the compartment, we found another one of these things. It's a tight spiral. It's a open maze. I know I need to take the masks off the other two, so switching it should be correct. All right, let's go to the basement. I don't want to go to the basement. I don't want to go. I don't want to go to the basement. I don't want to go. That's the song that I sing in my heart in any horror game. Does she have anything more to say? Nope. It is completely dark in here. I feel a cold draft coming from the front. I can light individual matches. Cool. I have run out of matches. But there was a spinny thing I needed to spin. I'm trying to hear if I'm even walking. Oop, I fell down. I've fallen through a hole. Where am I? The flow of air is stronger here. A working lantern. Yay! Now I can get out of here safely. For sure. This part of the tunnel is blocked by a cave-in. The underground tunnel is not accessible from here. I should go back. Remember the opening where Professor Wright was using dynamite? There's a ladder. There's also this. I know where to use a machine component. Let's spin the mechanism here. Open door. Open doors are a real symbolic thing here. Symbolism thing. It's a symbolism thing. That's the word that you use. Found the stairs. Wow, so lucky that somebody just left a lantern there. If we cannot access the tunnel mentioned in Professor Wright's log, how can we find the missing parts of his research? I must talk to Kaufmann about this. Right? The flashlight, like, the fact that it's a directional torch makes it, like, so claustrophobic feeling because you can't see what's behind you. Like, previous lanterns have been all directional. I was able to use the key to explore the basement. There was a large hole in the floor. On one side of the hole may lead to some sort of tunnel, but it was completely covered by rocks and debris, so I couldn't tell for sure. Covered in debris, it sounds as if the professor succeeded in blocking the entrance to this underground area. It is unfortunate for us. I have made some progress of my own, my friend. I think this could help us delucidate the next step in our research. Have a look. Today, a meeting finally took place. You see, Mr. Wright, our organization is keenly interested in your research. We could reach an agreement to fund this project, but first we need to know the details. I understand. As a note, yellow text has in the past been used for Dupre. Obviously, they're not showing who this is, but that's a thing. The main factor is the condition of the test subject, how open he is to suggestion. As you know, only the human mind can open a physical passage to the other side. So a complete, absolute darkness will be required for the experience to result. A secluded place, completely isolated. A place that can only bring thoughts of what may be hiding in the dark. I have the perfect location in mind. But in total darkness and seclusion, how could the results of the experiment be studied or confirmed? That is precisely where your organization can provide help. I have designed a special device that would allow me to listen from a safe distance, but I lack the means to manufacture it myself. That we could arrange, but there is one last thing I would like to know. How would the experience be triggered? By means of a chemical compound of some kind? Do you mean a serum? Not at all. That would be of no elegance whatsoever. The trigger is the mind itself, the emotion known as terror. The primal fear that still survives in the depths of our mind from the times humans were mere beasts. That which allows us to open a physical passage beyond the veil of rational thought. Primal terror is the key that we will use to open the last door. Normal! That's a healthy and normal thing to do to people. Could this organization be the playwright? It may be, mein friend. If so, then we are closer to the truth than we thought. But in this room I have been able to find only some fragments of information, discarded material. It looks as if the main bulk of documents were moved from this room and hidden somewhere else. The basement tunnel. That seems the most reasonable conclusion. But access to that place is lost, is it not? The entrance was sealed. There may be another access that we do not know about. If we could find and use the device that the professor mentions in his log, I believe we could shed some light on this matter. Wow, good thing I found this lever for a device I saw before. Cool. Yeah, this is great. So I've done a bunch of things. I might as well go use the lever while I'm right here. But if I look out the window, I think I've also unmasked everything so I can go out there. Mask, 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 mask. Yes. And mask. You can see that this figure has dropped its mask entirely. So, first let's use the device, though. Oh. Are you going to make me add the item before I click in? Yeah. This sound. Do my ears deceive me? Is that a piano melody? I must seek Kaufmann at once. Not to state the obvious, but it sounds as if someone is still down there, playing the piano of all things. But how is that even remotely possible? I do not know, but this means something important to us. It means there is another entrance to the underground tunnel, and that we must find it. But we have run out of leads. You did not find anything of use in the archives, and Professor Wright continues to mutter incoherently about childhood memories. You must hypnotize the Professor, mein lieber Freund. We are running out of options. This may be the only way to find the answers that we seek. Look at this candle. Fix your eyes upon it. Your body is as light as a feather. Everything around you fades. You are entering a dark, endless void. Real Victorian era psychiatrist abilities here. Alienist abilities, rather. Listen to my voice. Where are you? A great number of trees surround me. The sun is setting soon. I can go north and west. We've got a text-adventure game now. I stand among tall trees. They stare at me silently. They have found me guilty. I do not wish to stay here. Let's go north. I stand beside a waterfall. It is not water that falls, but mud and rock from a great height. They fall and fall into a bottomless abyss. Behind the waterfall to the east lies a tunnel. To the west, I see the edge of the forest. Whoops, I didn't mean to go south. I just misclicked. Check for Gru, right? Right? Run from Gru, eaten by Gru. We are Zorking. I am in a dark tunnel. Oscar is here as well. He is upset. He yells at me. He begs me to stop. The tunnel divides into many passages. I can go north, south, and west. The passage ends here. An empty cave, a big round hole in the wall. Behind it I can hear the sea. I am in a large open space with a piano. Something stands next to the piano. I can't see it clearly. Its face... The tunnel stretches into the dark. It is a very small room. In the center lies a deep pit. A ladder goes down. It is so dark. Down there it lies. Wait, I will not continue. I must go back. I cannot. I can hear it with me. Its breath. Dear God, I must flee. You must continue. It waits for me. It waits down there. I have gone down the ladder. I cannot see. It's pitch dark. I can feel its breath. It is here. It's with me. Enough. We went too far, mein friend. You are right. I didn't think you would react this way. You did well by stopping the trance, Kaufmann. I think it would be best if we leave it for today. Let us return to the inn. Reflect tonight on what we have witnessed here. Tomorrow, let's discuss the next steps in our investigation. Man, I should have gone outside and checked. It'll still be fine, but come on. We're nearly playing concurrently, just in a different year, have you noticed? January 21st, 1893. Come in. Kaufmann, are you all right? Worry not, Wakefield. I am just feeling a bit feeble. It must be all this cold and humidity. Caw. Nothing serious. I would like to know your opinion about what we heard during yesterday's session. Do you remember any things that could help us in our search? The sea was a recurring theme through the hypnotic regression. Yes, it is true. Maybe the entrance to this tunnel is somewhere closer to the coast. I believe that this underground tunnel has left a deep impression on Professor Wright's subconscious. I agree. The horror he has experienced at the end of the session was far too intense to derive solely from his imagination. It speaks of some trauma. Throughout the trance, he saw an unknown figure with no visible face, the floating body in the water, the person near the rocks, the one beside the piano. I didn't go certain directions. This is a mistake. This is a bad design mistake. They should have forced me to go certain directions if they needed me to see all three of these for the dialogue. Yes, indeed, but I am afraid it is too soon to unveil the true meaning of those images. Professor Wright mentioned a man that shouted at him near the entrance to the tunnel, begging him not to continue. I cannot remember his name. Very good. It was Oscar. We should attempt to find him. He may know something about Professor Wright's fears. If we can find this man, I am sure that we will shed some light upon the mystery. Why don't you go to the village and try to find out something about Oscar? My apologies, but I must stay here and recover my strengths. That's just how January is. Yeah, I think we've all had this particular ailment. All right. It won't let me go back to Wakefield, not Wakefield, to Professor Wright's house, even though I want to do things. So let's go to the town. All right. So there's a lot of stuff to do. First of all, I'm unlocking the path down to the water so I can go quickly. So I vaguely recall there being a secret here, and I want to be able to access it quickly. There we go. Let's talk to this lady. There's a lady in this window. Oh, she won't let me yet. Alright, let's not. Let's go to the inn first and then work our way across. The Fisherman's Lodge. Good morning. Let me drink in peace. Are you a ship captain? Why, what's it to you? Do I look like a captain? Because of the 3 earrings you're wearing. You have doubled the 3 capes, is that right? Indeed I have. Good Hope, Lewin, and Horn. Therefore I hold the right to stand before kings and to piss against the wind. If I dies in the sea, these 3 rings will play my wake, but no, that'll not happen now. Do you mean you won't set sail again? I love the sea more than anything. It is my passion, my freedom, and my life. But there are many things about him that we do not know. There are, far beyond the coast, in the deep dark, things we are still unprepared to behold. Believe me, those things await deep down. Have you seen any of those things? No, but you may have heard 1 or 2 of the stories the fishermen tell about things seen out there. It is naught but tales for young'uns, a mere superstition for men too cowardly to face the dark. Any good seaman knows that in the strong wind a stretched rope can shake and sing. I myself have mistaken such keening for the wail of a child, but there was one time it was nothing of the sort. Then the sea howled. It was not thunder, not a strong wave clashing with my ship, no. It was like a voice. It spoke to me in a language I cannot describe, a sound muttered by a living something, a call unlike anything I have heard before. And I understood. What did you understand? I understood there was no more freedom for me, that the sea now had other lords. And whoever they were, I did know that they would not share it. What happened then? As I navigated back to shore, I lost control of my ship in a great storm. The rocks of the cliffs did the rest. I do not know where the remains of my dear Augustine ended up with the passing of years and tides. I had looked for them once for many moons, but all I found was this bar and the bottom of an empty glass. I have never returned to the shore since. May she forgive me. Now leave me be. Good morning. You want a drink? What is with that man in the corner? Fred, you can ignore him. He's a sad, lonely drunk. Do you know a man called Oscar? You mean Father Oscar? You can find him in the church when he's not in here. It's right outside. Have you ever met Professor Wright? The professor? Sure. Saw him every other day as a young one, always involved in the village. He was la-di-da, all right, but folks respected him. He got stuck in. Didn't last, though. Shut himself away, started getting visitors from out of town. He stopped coming to the village eventually. Last I heard, he'd gone crazy. None of us knows for sure, though. Been years since I last saw him. Eight. Step 1. Can't go in here. Excuse me, are you spying on me? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. You're not from these parts, are you? No, I'm just passing through. Are you all right? Yes. Could you do me a favor? For a long time, I have wanted to visit the tomb of my lover, but I cannot leave the house due to my illness. Could you please leave these flowers there? No one in this village will do this service for me. All right, where is that place? Oh, you couldn't know how grateful I am. You are a good, kind person. You can go to the graveyard through that path right there. The name you need to look for is Carter. Why were you spying on me? Oh, do not put it like that. It sounds so terrible. I just watch folk passing by. I cannot leave the house, so I spend my days at the window. It is awful interesting. You learn a lot about people this way, you know? Really? What can you tell me about myself? I have only observed you for a while, but I can tell you're on an important mission. It's looking for someone dear. There's a worry over your shoulders, and a long way ahead of you. Well, that was remarkable. I'm frankly astonished. Let's see, what can you tell me about the barmaid? Eva is a woman with a strong character. Once I saw her kick out a group of drunk sailors from the pub without a doubt. She's in a bad mood lately because business is not what it used to be. She will not leave the village, though, as did the others. Let me see, what can you tell me about Captain Morvell? Poor Fred is always drunk. In the old times when he was not sailing, he had long walks on the beach and looked happy. But now rare is the occasion where he gives a quick glance at the coast. He has lost all hope. What can you tell me about Father Oscar? He is a man who's lost his purpose. I see him walking aimlessly in the morning and evening, nervous and doubtful. I should go. Thanks for everything and have a good day. Well, we've got flowers, so we should probably go to the graveyard. Just do that while we got them. while they're fresh. We're looking for the name Carter. There it is. Rose Carter. So yeah, this is a diversity win. This tragic lesbian is a lesbian. The bells of the church. It seems the priest is calling mass. So we're going back. There will be more we can do in the graveyard later. But I want to see if I can find one of the mysteries for y'all. Before I talk to her again, I need to rush down to the water side, as I recall. So if I wait here... So, there we go. A necklace washes up. If I'm too slow, the necklace will wash away again. So I have to grab it ASAP, and I cannot delay at all after coming back from dropping off the flowers. While I'm here, I'm just going to explore the rest. Augustine, that's the boat that the guy was looking for the remains of, so I'll take it back to the dude. I love how many mysteries are hidden in this. I've left the flowers on your lover's grave as you asked. Thank you so much. I am in your debt. Hello again, madame. I found this necklace washed out in the beach near the rocks. Do you recognize it? This is Rose's. How... This necklace was a present I gave Rose for our first anniversary not long before... It happened 7 years ago. She used to go to the beach every morning. I don't know why that day could have been any different. They said it was because of the fog. It was unusually dense that morning, and they said she was seen walking on the rocks. She must have fallen. She was never found. Excuse me, this necklace brings so many memories, and the good ones, too. Thank you so much. Anything else? Nope, nothing else. Let's give the bell to the man, and then we can go to church. Why, that bell is from Augustine, my Augustine. Where on earth did you find it? I found it on the beach near the shipwreck. I thought I would never see it again. I will clean it and make it shine anew. Wickport Beach? Our beach? Why, I must go. I must go straight away. Oh, to be reunited with my poor Augustine. What will remain of her? No, no, I dare not go. Oh, but I must. Good day to you, sir. Okay, normal. Normal. Take me to church. Good morning. Good morning, my son. Father, why has nobody come to the Mass? The village has seen bleak times. Many have left and the rest have lost their faith. Every day I ring the bells, but no one answers. May God have mercy on their souls. Why do you suppose that is? I could not say. The mist that shrouds the coast and the shapes that swirl within have long been a source of hearsay. But lately the stories people tell are not of pirates and smugglers, but something more sinister. Some say the devil himself has come to our shore. It is a rumor I dare not disregard. Are you personally acquainted with Professor Wright? Why, yes, of course. Adam is not merely a parishioner, but one of my closest friends. Since our youth, we enjoyed many scholarly, but sometimes quite fervent discussions, him being an anthropologist and myself a theologian. That is, until he fell ill. But since he is like that, I have not visited him. Wait a moment, please. I need to ask for a small favor. Please give this to Adam. I don't know if it will mean anything to him now, but it will bring peace to my soul if there's some token of our friendship resting by his side. He's given us this picture that I will look at once I go back to Wright Manor, I guess. Or I can look at now, actually. Just two young men. It's not letting me do anything with it. I want to see Pixel Jesus. But it won't let me up the stairs. I can just see the edge. Alright, well, we've done everything we can do at the village right now. Let's go to the... let me see if the guy's on the beach. Though I think until I find something for him, there's not much more I can do. Neither the cracks in your hull nor your flaking paint, none of it matters. You're as beautiful as ever, Augustine. Today we will watch the sunset together. Good sir, I cannot put into words what a great service you have rendered this drunken knave. Just as you, a stranger, have brought me to my lost treasure, may this old sailor's spyglass, in whatever way it can, help light the way to yours. Take it. It is a gift from the heart. Nice. Well, we'll check the graveyard and then go back to Professor Wright's house. I like this guy. No date, name, date, or epitaph. Well, we'll come back and deal with that later. Good morning. I am Dr. Wakefield. You come from the town, don't you? You need an answer. I know by your accent. Be careful around these cliffs. There's no place for tourists. It's hardly a place for anyone now. You best be on your way back. Strange things have been happening here. What do you mean? Seamen and fishermen alike swear to have heard voices in the rising tide. Inhuman screams, some of them say. And there are some who claim to have witnessed ungodly things in the dead of night. I once saw a ghastly thing crawling out there amongst the rocks. People have heard screams coming from the sea. Bloody drunks, they say the sea howls at them as if that was something new. That thing, the one you saw in the rocks, can you tell me more about it? Late night it was, me on my boat fishing. That's when I gets the best catch. Then I saw it, not under the water as the others say. It was on a rock, perched there, like it was smelling for something. The shape of it, like nothing I ever saw before, not walking on the earth nor swimming in the sea. The thing was big and hunched over like a crouching man. The way it moved, it made my flesh crawl. Whatever it was, the mist itself was its ally, hiding it from my bare eyes and in the end disappearing away altogether. I swear, should I see that horror again, I will take my most vicious harpoon and thrust it so deep in its wretched body that they will have to bury them together. So what are you doing up here? I come here when I can to watch the shore, just in case that thing comes back. The mist down there is just too thick. I can see better from here, even if my eyes are not what they used to be. Damn it, if I could somehow regain my once sharp eyesight again, by God, I would impale that abomination for sure. Immediately gives away gift. Here, would this help you watch the shore? Why, it's old to be sure, but this telescope has been patched up to a rare beauty. You have my thanks, stranger. I am indebted. Oh, what's that? On the cliff there. Well, blow me, if it isn't the Wright's old summer house. I thought it entirely destroyed. It looks like you can get there using the old cliff path. Excuse me, did you say the Wright summer house? Oh, yes, I never saw it myself. I was too young at the time, but everyone round here knows the story well. It was a terrible tragedy, you see. One night there was a landslide just beneath the house. Most of the building fell sheer into the sea, leaving only yonder ruins. Many died, though by a miracle young Master Wright was spared. You can see it from here. Look, right there on the other side of the beach. Do you see it? Oh boy! What do you think could have happened there, everyone? Put your guesses in! Alright, well... now we have a new map area, but let's go back to Wright Manor. We have a photograph to deliver. And also things to do at Wright Manor. Alright, we had previously removed all the masks, so let's just go check on this situation that we've got. The clay vessel held by the statue is now broken into many pieces. There is an object among them. It must have been hidden inside. Looks like a compass. It must be broken since it doesn't point north. Alright, we got the compass now. Good for us. Good for us. The housekeeper is no longer standing here. Notice the compass is moving throughout this. It's dark here. It wasn't dark in this hallway before. We did not previously need the lantern to navigate this hallway. This is the room that he was in. It's now locked, I think. Or maybe it was this room? Let me double check if this is the bathroom then. Yeah. His room's locked. Something's gone weird here. Also, the front door is locked when is shut when it previously wasn't. It's locked, in fact. This is the only way to go. This room is also dark. Previously there was a fire. We don't have the clue for dealing with this yet. Nor do we have another cloth, which I think we need, so... okay, this is scary. Let's go back through. We can check the secret door or the attic. Or the basement. not seeing anything new in this room. I'm not seeing anything new in this room. But the device is no longer working. There might be, we came through a passage when we came in through the back door. One of those rooms might now be open since the general state of this house has changed. That seems likely. I may, in fact, have just gone right past this without noticing. Yeah. Here's another cloth. The end of the phrase is written on it. A visitor will call. If the birds fall silent, a visitor will call, is what it says. A coat stand, a wardrobe, a chest. There's a key inside. Doesn't give any information on where the key goes, but we can go back to Dr. Wright's room. Seems like a place that might be locked. I mean, we know it's locked, but it seems like a place this key might go, given the circumstances that we found this place. Yeah. Professor Wright is not here. There's an open book on the floor. The Book of Birds. Some of the text has been marked. The birds were traveling to meet their king when they reached a crossroads. The wretched crow tried to lead them astray and onto the path of mists. Many birds followed him and were lost forever beyond that veil. Only the wisdom of the crested hoopoe and the prudence of the red-feathered robin could lead the remaining 28 birds back onto the path of righteousness. Ever since, the birds have sung their praise, for without the hoopoe and robin, silence would have fallen forever. So we need to put it on the hoopoe and the robin. They do not give us a scientific name. But the bird room only gives us the scientific name. So it kind of just relies on you either knowing your birds or Googling. That's okay, though. Who here likes bird facts? Shout out my friend Bird Facts. Blackhead and Orange Best, Kuro Prula. This is the crow. Black and white wings and a feathered crest. Upapa Epops. Back with a yellow beak. Passer Domesticus. I think this is Robin. I'm going to try it. Porphyrio Eleni. Lucinia Megarincos. That's a nightingale. Yellowish brown feathers. Cardulus flavoristis. And a bird with red feathers on its head. Breath Erythicus rubellica. That might be this. Yeah, I was correct. Bird facts. Y'all hear the doorbell, right? There's someone at the door. Normal. This is also how I receive visitors, as if you cover all the animals in the house. The door has been opened. The locked door has been opened. Where should we be going? Oh my god, Mr. Wright! The poor man, it looks as if his heart gave out on him. His eyes, my god, they are fixed with an expression of utmost terror. Let me see, his fists are clenched. He is holding on to something. It is some kind of stone figurine. He is holding it tightly as if he was protecting it from someone. The figurine's beautifully carved, but it's just one half of a larger artifact. What has happened to him? I've seen this before, but never has a body left me so ill at ease. I am trembling. Looks like whoever the dearest visitor was left through this window. I'm not going to call anyone, apparently. I mean, I guess we don't really have a phone. This is serious. I must break the news to Kaufmann, and of course the local authorities will have to be informed. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Wakeman. Wakefield. Kaufmann! What's the matter, Kaufmann? Do not worry, I've given him a mild sedative. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Dr. Armitage. The innkeeper called me because he was worried about your friend. Pleased to meet you. I'm Dr. Wakefield. What are Kaufmann's symptoms? Strong coughing, general feebleness, dizziness. It's too soon yet for a diagnosis. It could be a simple cold. But the sudden onset and severity of his symptoms is certainly a concern. He must be monitored for the next few hours at least. Do not worry, Dr. Wakefield. I know. What do you mean, don't worry? What do you mean? I will remain here and take care of your friend. I'm concerned. He suddenly got sick and is not doing well. Doctor, this is far from my specialty, but do you think it could be something more serious? It's too soon to know. Let us wait and see how his condition develops. All right, I guess there's nothing for me to do but leave, go to the cliff. The rocks look like the remains of a landslide. Let's go to this most unsafe place to stand. Okay, thanks. So both parts of the figure should be going in here, but I can't do that yet because I only have one half of it. Let's see. What should I be doing next? Then there was the empty grave that seemed suspicious. Anyways, yeah, I'm a little worried about Kaufmann, the coughing man. Where am I going? Graveyard? Graveyard. Right, this was this one. Oh, the compass points to this grave. That's cool. How am I digging? It's snow. There was snow. I guess I just went under the snow. Well, found what we were looking for. Let's go back to the cliff. Let's put the idol in the fireplace. An idol of what exactly? I don't know, but it triggered a secret mechanism. There's a note on the floor. Whatever you find down here, do not stop. Okay. See if I can do this mapless. There's a wide pit. It descends into the dark. I don't think I can go down there, though, because I don't have any way to get down. Alright. So we went all the way left, so let's go back to the first exit and then go north from there. Just so that we're keeping track of what we're doing. They've got little markers like this puddle. Dead end. Oh, there's a hole. The hole goes deep into the wall of the cave. It's dripping. Cool, alright. Well, we found a hole. That's the first one, so let's go back left and then north from there. Right. Another area with a puddle. Let's go right. Oh, we're following the right path because you can hear piano, which is unnerving, but so let's go left or rather left in the north first, but to do things that are not the mandatory path. These are human remains. The flesh is gone, but the bones look undisturbed. Judging from their constitution, because that's a totally normal thing you can tell from bones, I would say they belong to a woman. This cave has been sealed for 7 years. What did the lady in the window say? Her lover disappeared 7 years ago in the cliffs and her body was never found. Are these the remains of Rose Carter? Was this the containment breach Wright mentioned in his diaries? I must press on. Alright, so we'll use Rose as a guiding point to the correct path along with the music, and let's go this way first. See what else we can see in here. Big pool of water. This part of the cave is blocked by a cave-in. This might in fact be the path we couldn't take previously from the mansion. Alright, let's go back 2 rows and continue on from there. I don't think there's an exit out this side. I love the piano music, it's so elegant. Yeah. You notice that the piano music's getting louder? There's another hole. So we found a bridge. This is a huge marker of where we're going. Piano stopped, as if whoever was playing it noticed me approaching across the bridge. Excuse me. Oh no! Kaufmann's infectious. There's a strange metal device hanging from the ceiling. There's a grand piano in the middle of the room. So someone was just playing this. Someone was just playing this. Alright, there's nothing I can do with the piano. I can't take the music or anything, even though I can see there's music there. Alright, there's a big obvious door here, so I'm gonna go this way first. I guess the door this way is also pretty obvious, though. But... don't you love having the one-directional lantern in this particular cave scenario with holes burrowed in and something that we know was just in the next room? Don't you love that? Isn't that fun? Wakefield just paused on his own because we could hear the sound of something moving. I don't know how much the audio picked that up. Oh. This drawing represents a human figure stepping through some sort of archway or door. Again, we heard something and Wakefield stopped on his own. He didn't say anything, but he did stop. Alright, well, nothing to go that direction. This is the way I came in, so we'll go to the right. There's a strange metal device hanging from the ceiling. The device, again, this is what was being used to, like, listen from the house. This was fully set up so they could trap someone in the darkness and just listen to their fear. Oh, another hole. Gotta check the holes. love this. We love it. The holes all appear to be in dead-end paths, as if something in here, I guess, was making its own additional paths. They set up so you can't ever leave through the bottom, so things like this, if you came in from the bottom, you have to leave through the top. Which is certainly not confusing when you're navigating a maze. There's more scurrying sounds there. Again, in case you're not hearing it, Wakefield actually pauses briefly for those things if you're actually playing. What is this place? A strange machine. It doesn't seem to be working anymore. Oh, there's a piece of paper. Who was gone will be back not the same but somehow changed, because that which lurks behind the door waits, and no one that has crossed through can hope to escape its blessing. I must tell Kaufmann about all this. These clothes are torn down into unrecognizable shreds. There's a tag in here with 2 initials, H.A. So I don't remember if this is ever confirmed, but we have met, or at least heard of somebody with the initials H.A. before, Hugo Ashford, who was one of Alexandra's friends. Technically Devitt's as well. There is a large archway carved on the stone wall of the cave. Okay, well, there doesn't seem to be anything else in this room, so I can just leave. It is safe for me to leave. There's nothing else to see here. I'm just going to go and tell Kaufmann. What was that? Part of the wall's stones seem to have dislodged from it, leaving behind a large dark hole. The adventure continues in episode 3, so that's where we'll be stopping for today. Yeah, that, I mean, lots of fingers to play the piano with, right? Lots of fingers and lots of limbs for piano. Good for to play piano. Thank you for watching with me today. I hope everyone had fun. I will arrange a time for episode 3, preferably sometime this upcoming week, maybe Wednesday. I'll let you all know. But yeah, we are getting through it. There's 2 more chapters to go. As you can tell, the chapters are getting a bit longer and longer. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching. I hope everyone had fun, and I'll see you all again soon, I hope. I'm just going to check the actual YouTube video in case there are any delayed comments that I'm not responding to, but it looks like there aren't. Okay. Great to see you all. Let's stream again soon, and bye!